They told me not to go past the edge of Sector 9. They said the caverns there were unstable, filled with toxic spores, and haunted by things no scanner had ever clearly identified. Of course, that only made me more curious. I'm Lieutenant Kyle Mercer, former engineer of the Terran Exploration Corps. I wasn't supposed to be on Lyraxis Prime anymore. Discharged, deemed non-essential after budget cuts and planetary risk reclassification. But the mystery of the cavern system stuck with me like a splinter in my brain. So I came back. Legally. Smuggled on a cargo hauler. Ditched at the Southern Hemisphere drop zone with an old scout drone. A week's worth of rations and too much pride. The first 2 days were uneventful. Just jagged rock and dead air. The occasional shimmer of bioluminescent moss clinging to cracked walls. My drone's sensors picked up heat signatures deep in the tunnel system. Too large to be standard wildlife. Too erratic to be machinery. That's when the strange things started. Something was watching me. At first, I thought it was my mind playing tricks. Movement in the corners of my vision, the faint echo of footsteps never quite matching mine. But on the third night, while I sat by a dim thermal lamp scribbling field notes, I felt it again. Presence. Just beyond the edge of the light. I turned suddenly. Nothing. But my lamp flickered. And the shadows shifted. She revealed herself on day 5. I had descended into a lower cavern, one that pulsed with strange energy. The walls were moist with some fungal growth that responded to touch, glowing like coals under skin. My drone failed, just powered down completely as if drained. Then I saw her. She stood at the far edge of the chamber, half hidden by hanging vines and thick stone columns. At first, I mistook her for a large animal. Her posture was low, defensive. Massive, broad shoulders covered in dark fur. But then she stepped into the phosphorescent glow, and I froze. Her body was humanoid, mostly. Towering at nearly 7 feet, with powerful limbs and digitigrade legs that gave her a predator's stance. Her fur was a deep, iridescent black, and her eyes, glowing amber, slitted like a cat's but filled with something more. Awareness. Curiosity. She didn't growl. Didn't attack. Just stared. I raised my hand slowly. I don't want to hurt you. She tilted her head. Then she spoke. In broken but understandable galactic basic. You came. Not hunter. Not afraid. My pulse spiked. You speak language. Her gaze sharpened. You speak. Not scream. Others scream. Run. Die. Great. Just the welcome wagon I needed. What are you? I asked, stepping cautiously closer. She puffed her chest. Zuriai. Planless. No cave. No kin. Watch you. The word echoed in my mind. She had been following me. All this time. Then she said something that made my blood run cold. Call you mate. I didn't know what to say. She just stood there, proud, breathing heavy, her golden eyes locked on mine as if daring me to reject her. I think there's a misunderstanding, I said carefully. Her expression changed, mild amusement mixed with frustration. You eat cave moss. You sleep near fire. You do not mark. But you scent strong. Mark. Scent. My head was spinning. She stepped closer. The scent of mineral-rich earth and animal musk filled my nose. Her hand, large, clawed but surprisingly gentle, touched my chest. You fix cave wall. You protect from worm beasts. You sing. That is mate call. I sang to keep myself from going crazy, I muttered. She growled softly. Was that laughter? You come again. You do not flee. Watch. I choose. You choose me. She nodded, then gently bumped her forehead against mine. Her skin was rough under the fur, her breathing steady. It should have terrified me, but it didn't. felt strangely grounding. Over the next few days, Sci-Fi never left my side. She showed me the deeper systems, the living tunnels that shifted based on touch and vibration. She hunted massive cave lizards with sharpened bone knives. She taught me how to detect the burrowing tremors of worm beasts before they struck, how to find clean water pockets hidden behind brittle mineral walls. At night, we sat by the bioluminescent pond she called the Heart. She asked questions in halting basic, always about me, my world, my machines, my skin. One night she asked, "Do your kind bind by blood or howl?" And blinked. "You mean relationships?" She nodded. "We have different ways. Some by ceremony, some by emotion, not by fight." "No," I chuckled. "Not usually." She seemed both amused and confused. Then she leaned closer. "I have seen your kind kill for metal, leave children to freeze. But you share your fire. You speak kind. You do not strike when I sleep." "Why?" I thought for a moment. "Because you've never given me a reason to fear you." She stared hard at me. "Then you are not like the others." She told me about her people, once a proud beastkin clan that ruled the cavern systems. Then came the Terran probes, the mining drills, the gas leaks from terraforming. Her people fled deeper. Some died. Others turned feral. She had survived alone, watching the humans that came and went, waiting for one that didn't come with weapons and noise. "I thought all your kind were monsters," she said one night. "But maybe I was wrong." The line between survival and companionship blurred quickly after that. One morning, I woke to find her curled beside me, her thick tail resting over my legs like a protective barrier. Her head was against my chest, her claws twitching lightly in sleep. I should have moved, should have pulled away. But I didn't. On the 10th day, everything changed. The mining crew came back. I saw their lights before Sci-Fi did. Cold blue spotlights piercing through the misty air. She snarled, teeth bared, the fur along her spine raised like a wildcat. "They come. Loud. Burners. Mope. Killers." I grabbed my scanner. "If they see you, they will shoot." She didn't say it as a possibility. She said it as a certainty. I had to stop them. I rushed out toward the main tunnel fork, waving my arms like a lunatic. "Stop. This is a biosensitive zone. Your scans are outdated." One of the lead miners, a squat, broad-chested guy in a chrome exo-rig, glared at me. "You're not supposed to be here, Mercer. We flagged this zone as clear for extraction." "It's not clear. There's sentient life here. He's sapient. Intelligent." "She? You mean the rumored cave monster?" He laughed. "That's just local myth. Scared the last crew half to death. She's real. And she's not a monster." He leaned closer. "You've gone native, haven't you?" Before I could respond, a howl echoed from the cavern behind me. Sci-Fi stepped into view. The miners raised their weapons. "Hostile contact." "No," I shouted, throwing myself in front of her. They hesitated for a heartbeat. Then one of them fired. The bolt grazed my arm. I went down, screaming, the heat burning through fabric and flesh. Sci-Fi roared. The sound shook the very stone. She didn't kill them. She could have. But she didn't. She leapt, disarmed the lead gunner with a precise strike, threw another into the moss wall, disabling his armor systems. She moved like a dancer, feral, fast, precise. Within seconds, the miners were on the ground, groaning. She stood over me, breathing hard. "They hurt you." I nodded, clutching my arm. "They won't again." In the aftermath, I used the miners' comms to report a misclassification in the biosurvey.